This is not a conflict about Judaism. You can support Israel without believing that they are, you can support Judaism without supporting Israel. Israel is a state. It's a democratic body. It's a legislative entity. Judaism is a religious faith. You can be anti-Israel without being anti-Semite. But people don't realize that. And instead we get it all jumbled together and we start thinking one is the other and they're two the same things. They're not the same thing. You can support Judaism and the plight of the Jewish people and the suffering that the Jewish people have had. And you can also say Israel is a bunch of bullies. You can absolutely say those two things together, but nobody's willing to have that conversation.
Yeah.
So if you're able to separate the two from each other, then you're able to see that there's a tragedy happening that's being sponsored by a nation state, and it's being claimed as religious vindication, and it's not.
How does this play out? How does this end? Or at least what are the next 12 months like, in your opinion? We just had the ceasefire and the hostages being exchanged today. Also, that's interesting. I'm kind of curious how that works behind the scenes with Qatar, and that must be intelligence. I'll ask you about that, and then how do you think this plays out over the next 12 months?
Unfortunately, it's really difficult to predict, right? Netanyahu has already promised that he's going to continue his bombing raids after this 4-day ceasefire. If that's true, if Israel continues to bomb Gaza, a plot of land with no organized army that is predominantly civilian, then you will continue to see the rest of the world turn against Israel. You will continue to see them decline in popularity in the United States and across Europe, which is happening right now. Okay. It's all in Israel's hands. They get to choose.
But do they care? Does Israel care? They clearly don't if they're losing the popularity contest. It only starts to hurt.
Netanyahu doesn't care.